Alright, let's dive straight into the big question. Can blockchain actually replace banks in the future, or is that just a tech fantasy? This is a topic that's been buzzing in both financial and tech circles, and it's not just a simple yes or no. It's a hot debate, and honestly, the answer isn't as black and white as you might think. There are strong arguments on both sides, and the reality is a lot more nuanced than most headlines suggest. First up, let's break down what banks actually do for us in our daily lives. Banks are more than just places to stash your cash. They store your money, handle payments, give out loans, and try to keep everything secure. They also help you pay bills, invest, and even save for retirement. For centuries, banks have been the middlemen of trust. If you want to send money across the world, your bank makes it happen. If you need a loan for a car or a house, you go to a bank. They're the backbone of the global financial system, connecting people, businesses, and governments. But banks aren't perfect. They can be slow, charge you fees for almost everything, and sometimes they make mistakes. Remember the 2008 financial crisis? Yeah, that was on them. Banks can also be exclusive, sometimes denying people access to basic financial services. Now, here comes blockchain. At its core, blockchain is just a fancy way of keeping records. But instead of one bank controlling those records, everyone shares them. It's a digital ledger that's open for anyone to see, and it's updated in real time. No single company or government gets to call the shots. It's decentralized, meaning power is spread out among all users, not just a handful of big institutions. Imagine sending money to someone in another country without waiting days or paying big fees. With blockchain, that's possible. Transactions can happen in minutes, sometimes even seconds, and the costs are often much lower. Plus, every transaction is locked in with cryptography, so cheating the system is nearly impossible. The security is built into the code, making it extremely hard for hackers to mess with your money. But let's not get carried away. As cool as blockchain sounds, it's not a magic fix for everything. Blockchain has its problems too. It's still pretty new, and not everyone gets how it works. The technology can be confusing, and there's a steep learning curve for most people. If you lose your private key, kind of like your password, your money's just gone. No customer service to call, no bank manager to help. You're on your own, and that can be scary for a lot of people. And let's be real, most people aren't ready to manage all that responsibility. Plus, blockchains like Bitcoin can be slow and use a ton of energy. The environmental impact is a real concern, and scaling up to handle billions of users is still a huge challenge. So, who's winning the money war? Is it the old school banks or the new kids on the blockchain? Right now, banks still hold the crown. They're trusted, regulated, and most people know how to use them. They offer a sense of security and familiarity that blockchain hasn't quite matched yet. But blockchain is growing fast. Some banks are even starting to use blockchain tech behind the scenes to speed things up and cut costs. They're experimenting with blockchain for things like international payments, fraud prevention, and even digital identity. It's not really banks versus blockchain. It's more like banks plus blockchain, at least for now. The two are starting to blend, with each side learning from the other and adopting the best features. Could blockchain fully replace banks someday? Maybe. But it'll take time, education, and some seriously big upgrades to how blockchains work. We're talking about changes in technology, regulation, and even how people think about money. For now, the two are learning from each other, and that's creating a whole new world of finance. We're seeing new jobs, new services, and new ways to move and manage money. So if you're studying finance, keep your eye on both. The future could belong to whichever one adapts the fastest, and maybe, just maybe, it won't be about choosing one side at all. The smartest move might be to understand how both systems work together, because that's where the real innovation is happening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights like this. The world of money is changing fast, and you won't want to miss what happens next.